Stay. Alright, everybody, this is Jeffrey Jansen. Let me get over here where you can see me. Alright, hey everybody, this is Jeffrey Jansen. This is a live feed. Today is Monday, November 14th, 2016, and this is Monday Motivation. As you can see, I actually have one of my best buddies with me today. If he quit smelling the trash can. And this is my dog, Spike. You know, the nice thing about dogs is some of you all have dogs and they actually motivate us. They get us up in the morning. We take them for walks. One of the motivational things that you can do every morning is go take your dog for a walk. Make sure that they're walking, but here's just it. You're getting out exercising, doing your own thing. What are your goals for this week? What are you setting yourself up to do for this week? What do you plan on doing this week? You know, Monday morning motivation is like this. The reason why we do this is to let you know of all the different opportunities. Sorry about that. I don't know why I don't get the best signal down here. We're down at the Mississippi River today, and my dog's wanting to go run and play, and he sees people down here walking around. Anyway, stay back. Sit, Spike. Sit. Anyway, today, what is your goals for today? What do you plan on doing? What do you plan on reaching for your goals today? How do you plan on reaching them? Let me ask you this. If you guys are really dead set on making yourself better, why don't you read a good page, about 10 pages of a good book every single day? If you can, then post it on here every single day about the 10 pages you read, what's the book you're reading, how it's influencing you, and how it's making a difference in your life, okay? And that's one way that you can get motivated. I always tell everybody, look, you know, you can be strong, but that, you know, the best strength you have, it comes from within. You have to be able to wake up. You have to be able to get going. You have to be able to keep moving. You have to be able to stay motivated no matter what goes on. But the first thing you got to do is you got to strengthen your mind. You got to strengthen your body. All right? You might be wanting to lose weight and everything else, but the thing about it is, you may not know how, so why don't you go read about it? You may be wanting to go get more business, but you don't know how, so why don't you get up with a mentor or the person that brought you into the business? How about this? You want to start your own business, make your own money and everything else? Guess what? You got to find out how to do all that. You've got to start reading. You got to start becoming knowledgeable of your surroundings. You got to understand what life is, but you got to start from the inside out. You know, guess what? I pray on everything I do. I get down and I pray. And the reason why is because a lot of people don't pray, they don't believe in God, and that's fine. That's your choice. But here's what it gets you to do. It's like meditating, okay? You get to figure out the pros and cons of what you've got to do to set your goals and what your goals are going to be for this week, today, tomorrow, and the next day. You've got to set your goals out about a week in advance and set them where you can reach them. Then set yourself up for about a month goal, then 5-month goals, 6 months goals, a year goal. Where do you want to be 5 years from now? Are you today, 5 years ago, are you where you wanted to be today? That's what you got to ask yourself. If you're not, you got to ask yourself why. Have you taken the advice of anybody that's given it to you? I can sit there and give you this advice until I'm blue in the face. That doesn't mean you have to listen to it. My question to you is, why don't you listen to it? Why don't you listen to your mentors, your instructors, your drill instructors? Why don't you listen to your corporals and your sergeants? Why are you not listening? The first part about goal setting is to also listen. God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, so we can listen, all right? Now, like Brian Carruthers always said, you can count the seeds within an apple, but you cannot count how many apples are in a seed. So when you go out and you start setting your goals, whether it's selling more insurance policies, selling more houses, maybe you're on a paint line as a blue-collar worker. Maybe your goal today is to paint, you know, certain things on the factory paint line. Or maybe you're a counter where you have to count candy coming off a factory line. Or maybe you're over in Michigan building cars. Or maybe you're a coal miner. You know, that doesn't mean anything if you don't have goals. Everybody thinks they're trapped in their one job. They're not. You've got to set goals for yourself. Make yourself better. My mom and dad used to set goals, and this is a good example. We used to take trips every year. My dad's a factory worker, and my mom was a homemaker. And every year they set goals on what trips we were going to go on, but they would set just a little bit aside to make sure we had enough to go on these trips, these vacations, or whatnot. That's goal setting, okay? And every single year we went on trips because they planned in advance and then they worked a way to make it happen. What have you done today to make it happen? You know, if I were you, I would go read the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Or if you want to start your own business, read Building an Empire by Brian Carruthers. The whole point is, what are you going to do to make your life better? You can sit there and watch the news until you're blue in the face. You can go to the park and walk your dog and start thinking about what you want to do. But eventually you got to be done thinking. You got to execute what you think about. You have to write down everything you're doing. You have to write it down. You have to take action for everything you're doing, and you have to execute those actions. If you don't execute the action, it's going to go nowhere. If all you do is you tell your friends. At one time, I used to own several businesses in my hometown, and everybody that came in my business always said, well, I was going to open this one day, or I'm going to do this one day. I'm going to have the exact... Nobody ever does it. Why? They're all talk. They don't know anything other than talking the talk. They don't know how to walk it. You can say it once, but then execute. It's kind of like the old saying, measure twice, cut once. Measure twice, cut once. Talk about it a couple times, but then go do it. Don't tell people you're going to do it. Go do it. If you're going to be a bike rider, if you're going to be a marathon runner, if you're going to own your own business, if you're going to be a new lawyer, if you're going to go to college and you want to get a degree in becoming a doctor or a lawyer, if you're going to become a nurse practitioner, you've got to set goals for yourself. You can't just sit there and say, I'm going to do it, sit on your butt and do nothing all day long. You must get up, go out and do it. Why? Because each one of you guys matters. Each one of you has the capacity to do it. You just may not have the mentality. In other words, here you're physically able to go out and accomplish any goal you set your mind to. It's just you choose not to do it for whatever reason other than yourself. I give praise to my mentors. They don't let me just sit on my butt and say I'm going to do something. They hold me accountable to what I'm going to do. My dad, my family, they hold me accountable for what I'm doing or what I'm saying. So you need to find a workout partner, somebody that has nothing to do with you, and let them hold you accountable. My daughter holds me accountable when I don't do something. Hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself to a higher standard. Get rid of all the negatives in your life. If there are negative people in your life that hold you down or constantly convincing you you can't do something, you shouldn't do something, or just to wait for you to do something, then you need to get new people in your life. You don't have to kick them out of your life, but get new people that are always encouraging you. Now, the people that are going to encourage you, they're not just going to encourage you. They're also going to ask you how you're going to get it done and then help you find a way to accomplish it. Okay? So every day, go out there, be more than who you are today. Know that you matter. Set goals for yourself. Read 10 pages of a good book. Now, if a lot of you guys, let's go into this one for a few minutes. A lot of you guys have money issues. A lot of you have money issues because, let's face it, you're either spending all your money on your girlfriend or your boyfriend, or you're spending all your money on trying to get a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or money on friends because you're trying to buy all the drinks. Well, here's the thing. Ask yourself, is that going to make you any money in the long term? Why do I say that? There's a really good book called Money Mindset by Brian Carruthers out there that teaches you how to spend money. It teaches you where to put your money, what to set your money on your goals for. Okay? You need to know how to spend money. If you're going and you thinking your house is your greatest asset, you're wrong. Your house is actually a liability. There's a book by Kawasaki that basically Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Go read that book. Read the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's going to start telling you that your way of thinking is wrong. And I know that you want to hear that, but let me ask you this. In the last 10, 20 years, are you where you wanted to be? Of course not, because you have to set your goals the correct way, and things that you think are assets are not. They're liabilities, which means you got your whole world turned upside down. Okay? If you think by going to a gambling machine because you're going to win the lottery is going to make you a lot of money, you're wrong, because you're spending more on the machine than you are actually getting back, because you're spending more money in real life. And some people tell me, well, I won $200. That's fine. I watched you lose $2,000 in the month it took you to win that $200. You're sitting there taking little victories, not realizing they're actually not victories. So remember, to have a true victory, you need to start working on yourself. Build yourself up. Work from the inside. Okay? So anyway, I hope everybody's having a great day. Know this, each and every one of you matters. Each one of you is important. Go out there and be nice to people. If you come across rude people and they're sitting there successful, walk away from them. After a while, they're not going to be successful anymore, because people don't want to do business with rude people. There are people that know how to do business, but always make sure you respect people, always be humble around people, and make sure you set a good example for yourself and others. My name is Jeffrey Jansen. This is a Motivational Monday, and I want you to get on top. I want you to be better than who you are today, and I want you to carry out each one of your dreams and goals, and I want you to reach them and meet them. But I also want you to understand that you have to set reasonable goals for yourself. You have to, when you want to live your dreams, then you have to set the base and the foundation to accomplish those dreams. My name's Jeff Jansen. I'm from Quincy, Illinois, and I'm looking out for you and your well-being to make sure that you're successful in life. Okay? So God bless each one of you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day, everybody.